vacation time? Girl.
You want to be right here so you pass it up? We got to get the truck. We got a front motor coming out. They're going to get it right now. They're going to bring it around that short bridge too. I'll try to come on Calcord right now. Not all. Okay.
Rescuers worked for 6 hours to free this 14-year-old girl trapped in what was left of her home in Montecito, California, near Santa Barbara. Incredibly, it doesn't look like she was badly hurt. But not everybody is so lucky. Emergency crews throughout California are still trying to reach survivors who are trapped by mudslides. And tonight, at least 13 people are confirmed dead, with that number expected to rise. The dangers of the mudslide zone stretch from Santa Barbara to Duarte. That's more than 150 kilometers across. At least 15 million people are on flood watches in California. Rescue teams are rushing into overwhelmed communities, pulling survivors from this muddy mess. Search dogs are being used to look for victims on the ground. And in the air, the U.S. Coast Guard is pulling residents to safety. The heavy rain came down so quickly, a main road looked like a river, silt, mud, and debris, trapping cars and people.
And the mudslide surrounded my car as I was driving 60 miles an hour, and it pushed my car all the way to the left-hand side of the road.
Last night was my first night back since the fire.
This winter storm devastation is another blow for thousands of people who were forced to evacuate again after surviving the recent wildfires.
I thought, I just can't do it again. I didn't know that it was going to be this bad.
Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, hard hit by these mudslides, are the same places where a massive fire raged just weeks ago. Then the rain was desperately needed. But now the wildfire-ravaged land has lost crucial vegetation and left hillsides bare. And storms wash across those burned-out communities, swallowing what the flames left behind.
The rains that have come in and brought down all the silt from the recent fire.
Now, there are so many incredible stories coming out of California tonight. Berkeley Johnson lives in Montecito, and I want you to listen to how he describes the ordeal of climbing to the roof of his house as boulders destroyed his home below.
I heard the rumble of the rocks, and I looked over at the river, and the trees were just coming down, choo, choo, choo. And we ran into the house, and right then the boulders busted through our house, and we got upstairs, and it got up to about 8 feet, 9 feet up the stairs, and we were able to crawl out a window to the roof. The house is wiped out, just took everything out. And then later we were worried about a neighbor's house, and we went over to see. I went over to see if they were okay, and we heard a little baby crying. And fireman came over and dug down, found a little baby. I don't know where it came from. But, we got it out, got the mud out of its mouth. I'm hoping it's okay. They took it right to the hospital. But it was just a baby 4 feet down in the mud and nowhere, under the rocks. So I'm glad we got it.